What's up, Vape Nation? I'm Josh.
I'm Joel.
And today we are coming at you with a new video, overview, review of the Aspire CF mod. Joel's been rocking this for like the last week and a half or so. It's been paired with the Atlantis. That's kind of what the mod was kind of designed for. And there's two different versions. There's the CF mod and there's the sub-ohm mod. The sub-ohm has a LiPo, non-removable, I don't know if it's LiPo, but some sort of non-removable battery.
2000 milliamp hour, non-removable battery.
This one is the 18650 model, right?
Correct.
So it's just the tube, right?
It's just the tube, supply your own battery. It's got the power button. It's a pretty simple device. It runs at 4.2 volts. You know, or whatever your battery is putting out. It does have a cutoff. I think the bottom end is 2.8 volts. So if your battery drops below that,
so it's sort of like a hybrid between like a mech mod and a regulated mod in that it's not really regulating. It's more like just protecting.
Yeah,
right?
it does have protection in it, and the protection is limited, I think, to overcharge, which is weird because I wouldn't think about charging the 18650 battery in the tube, but I think the CF mod charger may fit on this, the USB one.
Okay.
All right. But I haven't tested it. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, yeah. So you know, different strokes for different folks. Maybe that's how you prefer to charge. If you were using 18650s, maybe you already have a charger. It'd probably be easier if you did. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a little close-up, and Joel's just going to go over the different features and stuff like that, and then we'll go back out for final thoughts and the different types of clearimizers and RDAs he's been running on it, and just kind of get a feel for what range of, because it does have a 0.3 to a 1 ohm range, so you're not going to be running like anything like a Nautilus or AeroTank or anything on there. There's going to be probably too high resistances. So you're going to be kind of in a window of 0.3 to 1 ohm, so we'll just go ahead and do the close-ups and do an overview and then go back out.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Cool.
So here's the close-up of the CF mod. Maybe I should disassemble it, I don't know. It is currently partnered with the Aspire Atlantis, for which this was, I guess, designed and paired. I will go ahead and disassemble this a little bit here just to show what you've got. So at the top, it's got your standard 510 threading. So nothing shocking there. It does have the button to fire up here at the top. It's made of, I think that is carbon fiber in there. And the bottom cap does unscrew to access the 18650 battery. So that's easy to remove. I do prefer removable batteries myself, so that way I can have a couple on the charger. And when one in it dies, I've got the next one queued up and ready to go. Minimal downtime, just time it takes for a swap. It did turn on automatically, you may have noticed, when I put the battery in there, which is kind of weird. 5 clicks like every other device to turn on and off. And I'll go ahead and put this back on here. And I think it is, yep, it's currently off. And there it's back on. This is not exactly regulated, it's protected, like we mentioned before, so it runs at pretty much whatever voltage the battery is running at. If the voltage of the battery gets below 2.8 volts, it does cut off. Likewise, if the battery is overcharged, I think it will also cut off. And if it senses a short circuit, it will also cut off. Other than that, it doesn't provide much regulation. It will not function with any atomizer that is below 0.3 ohms in resistance or greater than 1 ohm. So you can't use something like an Aspire Nautilus with this, or a Kangertech AeroTank or AeroTank V2 or ProTank or any other clearimizer that has a resistance higher than 1 ohm. This is intended to run with the Atlantis, which Aspire provides a recommended power range of 20 to 30 watts to run this, and it actually partners beautifully. You do get a great vape out of the Atlantis, equally as satisfying, I would say, as putting it on a box mod. And in fact, this mod is powerful enough that I've been playing around and putting RDAs on here, and it seems to drive them just fine. I noticed it doesn't crank up as quickly on the heat with a RDA as a box mod does. So you've got a little bit of time, like a second or two maybe, where you've got this delay when you press the button, but it does ultimately fire and it drives it just fine, and still will offer a vape if you don't want to use this with the Atlantis. But obviously this as being an intended pair, I've been trying to stick to that and use them together. I call this like my big boy ego kit because that's what it feels like. It just feels like a jumbo, like EVOD or something like that. And that jumbo size is also on the power side, the cloud side, and the flavor side. So, you know, it is a satisfying vape every single time out of this thing. And I don't know, it's great.
We'll see how she vapes.
See how she vapes? Okay.
Clouds, bro. Clouds.
Yeah, I mean, and the flavor is great. You know, the Atlantis is an awesome clearomizer. I've been extremely satisfied with it, and on this mod, it's no different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Vapor. Vape it good. Woo.
The Atlantis, always good. And now just for a little diversity, we'll take the Atlantis clearomizer off. I'm going to put a Still Air that I've built on a dual coil build. It's currently running at 0.6 ohms. It goes on just fine. Actually, let me get some juice and drip a couple of fresh drops in there. And we'll demonstrate that this works equally well with both an RDA and the clearomizer. So if you're somebody who maybe is looking for a first mod that's close to a mech mod, this will work. So you can get dual purpose out of this. So like if this is your first venture, you wanted to get your first rebuildable, you absolutely could use the CF mod. You just need to make sure that your build is somewhere within the range of, what do we say,
0.3 to 1.
0.3 ohms to 1 ohm. So anywhere in there and you'll be fine. Too low, it won't fire. Too high, it won't fire. So, but you're protected there. It won't short out the batteries or vent them or anything like that. So it's still a reasonably safe device to use.
Where can I get one?
Funny you should ask. We're currently selling this CF mod at vspotvapes.com. That would be my first location. And we're kicking around the idea of maybe doing a bundle where we include an 18650 battery, the Atlantis, maybe a pack of coils, you know, get you an out-the-door set. So we'd call it like the Big Boy Ego starter kit or something like that. You know,
I love it.
Really, I think Big Boy might be a little condescending. This is really a nice device. Some other things I should probably say. When I first picked up the package that this came in, which is around here somewhere, but we don't have on camera, good planning on my part, I thought it was a little light. But with the 18650 battery in it, I'd say the weight is absolutely perfect. It's got a good balance on it when you've got either the Atlantis or a rebuildable on it. Feels good in the hand. It's amazing. The button is in the exact right place. When you grip this thing, your thumb just always seems to naturally land on the button. Now I have had a couple of snafus. I am terrible at remembering to turn my devices off. And that's one thing, is that this doesn't, thank you, turn off by itself. So occasionally I'll do something stupid like sit this in the door pocket of the car and be driving down the road and hear and realize that, oops, I forgot to turn it off. So if you use this, I highly recommend exercising caution on where you place it. I would not stick it in your pocket with it powered on, though it does seem to fit in the pocket nicely, which is sort of surprising. And yes, this is the package. Thanks, Josh, for retrieving that. And you've got your hologram on top for authenticity and your scratch and check, yada yada. Minimal packaging. fantastic device. I love everything about it. Surprised by the quality of the design, the feel, the weight, everything. It is a good device. So if you're looking for a mod to pair with your Atlantis and maybe move into rebuildables, I would highly suggest that you take a look at this.
Cool.
Congratulations, participant.
So thanks for checking out the CF mod review. Again, you can pick these up at vspotvapes.com. Also, you never know.
May do a bundle.
May do a bundle, a giveaway. Who knows? We get crazy. But the only way to know is if you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter as well as Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel for latest videos and reviews, and pick one up. It's a fairly inexpensive, like you said, fairly inexpensive entry point into a semi-mech mod that gives you a good range of rebuilds to the clear misers, at least the sub-ohm. And this could also be if you're maybe looking to do a sub-tank purchase when the KingerTech releases. That would even probably run on this pretty decently as well, and that half ohm range, 0.4, 0.5.
Maybe we'll find out.
We'll have to try it out. We'll see how she vapes. So, thanks for watching. I'm Vspot Josh.
I'm Vspot Joel.
And as Joel always says, vape on.
Vape on. I was trying to think what I always say.
What is it you always say? Oh, really?
I always say I'm flexible, but not like put my feet behind my head flexible. I think that's the only thing I ever say all the time.
Awesome.